Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
A su madre, güey.
All praises to the Most High YAHAWAH, the Heavenly Father, in the name of the Holy Spirit, the earthly Mother, sanctifying YAHWAH, the Holy Son. Brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, welcome. This is your humble servant, Biglevi, and today is September the 8th, 2021. I believe on Wednesday, September the 8th, 2021. It's currently 8:46 a.m. And we are here, brothers. We are documenting, we are witnessing the Most High's judgment upon the nation. The Most High is clearing the land with the sword and it with power that they are calling natural disaster, which is the Most High's wrath, which is the Most High disaster. Peace be with you. There will be no Jacob's trouble. Be at peace, brothers and sisters. Be at peace. Know this, that the Heavenly Father, His Majesty, cannot be mocked. Now you're seeing there is a massive amount of earthquakes going everywhere, every day, and every single places you can possibly imagine, whether they report it or not. We witnessed that this July 2021, and that volcano over there, I forgot the name of it. Boy, how could I forget this? It's that Yellow Park, I believe. Yellow Park volcano, Yellowstone or Yellow Park volcano. They had over 1,000 earthquake in 1 month. You have to understand that the Most High is not playing. Okay, so all those things are happening on the behalf of our people, on the behalf of the people of the book, the people that you enslaved here for 400 years. You enslaved and beat all over the world. We are scattered all over the world. We cannot be identified by look only. Our people carry a specific spirit, and even better, a specific type of blood that cannot be detected by your little devices. You are seeing, beloved, how the so-called Gentile device cannot detect those earthquakes. It is said a 7.0 earthquakes supposed to happen every 100 years. Yet you are seeing nothing but 7.0 now. 6.9, 7.0, 7.2, 7.5, even 8. You're seeing now, beloved brothers and sisters, that those people cannot see and understand what's going on. You saw and you witnessed in the previous video that we released yesterday, the 7th, the 8th, that there was a woman over there and Pennsylvania, Bridgeport, for some odd reason, not quite sure. She was crying and she was pretty pissed off at the authority. They did not tell them to evacuate because the storm came in without no warning, the water rushing in there, and everybody got messed up because she didn't know. and she was pretty pissed off. Now, you must understand that the Mosai's power cannot be monitored. You see, the Mosai gave them the impression that everything is Mother Nature because that's what they do to take credits away from the Heavenly Father. They like to label things they don't understand as fancy words. Oh, Mother Nature, Mother Nature. Oh, you know what? What is Mother Nature? What is it? You know, when it's raining, uh, um, the hurricane, the flood, and stuff like that. Nah, this is not Mother Nature. This is the Mosai's wrath, and this is all about the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham. Okay, this what you are seeing here is number 5, destruction by earthquake, and also number 10, thunder voices and destroying earthquake. This is a destruction by earthquake. You are going to see, beloved, through a series of videos that we have here. I haven't watched them yet. I just picked them randomly by people that's sending them, and things that I do. I'm probably gonna release video for the rest of the weekend until Saturday. For the rest of weekdays until Saturday. So now, beloved, you're seeing that those people cannot control. They cannot see when those things are hitting. Okay, and earthquake that's supposed to happen every 100 years, they happen every day now, and it is frightening. Beloved, let us go through this video. Let us see if this is caused by men. Are the Mexicans are doing this because they want to bring a new world order and stuff? Since when the Gentiles need your permission to put you under a new order? Huh? Well, they didn't need your permission to make that job, that cure mandate. Since when they need to do things over the top like this to bring some type of trouble? Is this Jacob's trouble? But when we see the entire world is suffering. The entire world is paying for the things that they did to the little ones, the thing that they did to the poor, the things that they did to the captive, to the widowless, to the fatherless. We are the fatherless. We are the little one, the children of the Heavenly Father. We are going to see, and we're going to watch and witness. This is Esau's trouble, the Gentiles' tribulation, and also the 2/3 punishment. Be at peace. There will be no Jacob's trouble. Let us move in. And then you can see the storm. You can't make that up. During the earthquake, brothers, look at the sky, and then it click with number 10, thunder voices and destroying earthquake. You can't make this up, beloved. Can you make that up? Watch this. Watch that, brethren. Look at the sky. The storm is going on, the thunder voices and the destroying earthquake, man. How are you making this up? How? Whoops. How? Look at the sky, man. Okay? You can hear the windows crashing. So, look at this. You think the Mexican government is doing this? You know how terrifying it is? No. Okay, you see how you see this guy's calling Dios. Is that the... Wow. He's calling God. You think this is a good feeling right there? Do you know what that is? Do you know how that felt? Do you know what type of power it would take, brothers, sisters? He keep calling God. Just me, oh my God, my God, my God. Okay? Look at this. Do you think this is a good feeling for you to wake up in the middle of the night. Those guys just chill there and eating pizza. Okay, look at this. Look at the lighting in the back. Look at this. You know what happened? Those earthquakes are not being caused by the regular things that they saw in their little devices. Okay, the people out there, the dogs. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, listen to the people. And then blackout.
Banda, no mames, me está temblando
Okay.
bien cabrón. La virga! La virga! Fuck!
All right.
Manche.
Those are good Mexican Spanish words. Look at the sky, beloved. Look at this. Oh, and hey, plasma, angel plasma, because okay. Let's see some angel plasma here. There you go. This is angel plasma. Stop stop repeating this garbage, okay? Stop letting people telling you those are like alien garbage and stuff, because I don't know, alien are causing the earthquake because you see this alien stuff in there. Get out of here, man. All right. All right, you can hear the building squeaking. Okay. She wiped out this stuff, and then you don't see this thing again. Did you see that alien plasma, whatever? She wiped it out. Now, please, put that thing to rest. All right? Beloved, this is no game. This is the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham. Thunder voices and destroying earthquake. All right? Look at this. You think this is a good feeling? Look at this. You think the Mexican government is doing this to show the people like, hey, New World Order and stuff like that? Look at the sky. It's the sky. What is those things in the back? Are they clouds? This is not... Brethren, understand this. This is not... lightning doesn't behave like this. This is like a strobe. This thing is flashing, and you can never hear the thunders, but you can see the lightning. I believe that's the aftermath. Is that? Oh, no. Damn.
Calma.
Yeah, stay calm. Stay calm.
Lo bueno que estamos juntos.
It's shooting portrait, man. Anyway. Okay, you hear this? You hear the vibration? That was in Acapulco, so.
Sí, se está moviendo feo. Dios
Okay.
santo.
Hey, you know one thing? You know what they reported? They said whenever there's an earthquake, the cars just stop. You can't drive in an earthquake. Well, they show you that garbage in that movie to 2012 where people are, running during an earthquake. But you really cannot drive, brethren. It is reported when there is an earthquake. Well, my people over there down in Haiti tell me when the earthquake happened, they were driving, the car just stopped. It just stopped. And then he won't go nowhere. He just stopped. That's why those guys, they stopped. The best thing, you could have imagined is to drove away. But you can't. Because you cannot drive away from the earthquake, okay? Is that thing even recording right now? Yes, it is. Let us keep on going.
Hijo.
Okay.
Pau, bájate.
Okay. The car, they have to put they have to get the kids out because the car won't drive. Everything stopped. Okay, look at this. All right. Look at this. Look at the chandelier. Wow. Wait. What was that? What was that noise? Hang on. Let me hear this again. hear that thunder? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Beloved, you can't make that up. Thunder, voices, and destroying earthquake. How else? Who's doing this? Do you believe men have power to do something like this? Do you really? Oh, Big Levi, you have to understand. Look under the technology up and stuff. They ain't got none of this. They ain't got none of this garbage they keep bringing. Oh, they look into up. Oh, really? Yeah. They have up, and then they'll use it on their own. They'll use it on themselves. Is that what that is? Nah, man. Those people are not doing this, man. They can't do that. They don't have the power to do something like this, man. Let's listen to that thunder, man. This is beautiful. Listen. Look at this. Listen. Ooh. Damn. We're about to die. I think that's what she said. Are we gonna die? Look at this. Look. Oh. God damn. Woo. Listen to this, brothers. Listen. Okay, you heard this, brothers? Did you hear that? Did you hear what listen, do not let anybody telling you, oh, that was the electricity that the power lines that collide with another. You can see the lightning, the flashing strobe. Those are not regular lightning, beloved. Judgment is upon the land, man. There is a holy visitation upon this earth. This is a boom tube. What you hear here. Listen, man. Listen to this. Oh, man, this is beautiful. Let me see. All right, well, let's watch this. Let's put it right there. Okay. Oh, man, this is so beautiful. Let's listen. Okay, that's the thunder voices. And again, the rain, the earthquake. Listen. Does that sound like a thunder? Does that sound like the power line collide? You can see the flash over there. Oh man, this is beautiful. Look at the flash over here. You see it over there. You see, man, I gotta look. Oh man, this is so good. Let's watch this, man. Okay. All right, let's put it on the slowest speed we can put it. And then listen. Look at the flashes in the middle. Look at over here. Look at over there. Look at the skies. Muerte. Are we going to die? Are we about to die? This is the first person holding the camera, the right way, horizontally. Okay. Look at the flash. You see the flash? You see the... Look at this. And then you see it there. You see it? Ooh. Oh, man. And this is not power line, man. Look at the flashes still going on. Look at the blue flashes, man. You hear that? Ooh.
Vente para acá.
Oh man, this is beautiful. Look at the flashes, brothers. The blue flashes. Look at the sky. You hear it? You hear the boom tube? It's the ley line for you, man. The ley line are causing all sort of things, man. You heard that? You see? Look at the blue flashes, man. All praises, man. All praises. You can't make that up. You cannot make this up. Literally, brothers and sisters. Thunder, voices, and destroying earthquake. Beloved, this is happening. Again. We have to understand that the whole earth belongs to the Most High, okay? The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. He owns everything. Psalm 24 verse 1. King James Version. Okay? The earth doesn't belong to you demons out there. You do not have the power, the technology to cause this. Genesis 15 verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. You guys afflict us in our own land. The land is not yours. The earth wasn't given unto you. The earth belonged to the Most High. He gave it to Abraham. Abraham gave it to a specific seed through Isaac, and the seed was Jacob and the 12 tribes. We are the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, and we've been enslaved in our own land all over the world. The earth belongs to us, and the Most High say, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. And he's judging the nation through the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham. Okay, you may want to read the book. Okay, so now you're seeing this number 10, thunder, voices, and destroying earthquake. You just witness it here. This happened yesterday, September the 7th, 2021 in Mexico, a 7.0 earthquake. Beloved, are you seeing what I'm seeing? 7.0 happened on the 7th in Mexico. Do you know what that is? Do you know how perfect the judgment of our Father is? And this is just now, it is officially, beloved brothers and sisters, the Father is now seasoning the meat now. The meat is officially being seasoning. You can see the fear in those people's eyes. You can see the fear in their spirit. And of course, they're going to say nobody died and all that. So, of course, yeah, let's watch it. Okay. All right. This is the destruction. You see all those people are in distress. Okay. And also, this is plague number 9. All right. All the businesses destroyed.
Madres, ahora sí tienes los muebles. Ahora sí quieres los muebles, mira, pu.
Okay. All their businesses destroyed. We don't own things like that, beloved. Okay? All of those things are destroyed. Look at this. And look at the sky, that blue flash. You can see the blue flash. Those are not power line, brethren. Those are not power line. Don't let people lie to you. And you should have seen it here too. There are power line here. You can see the blue flashes in the corner. Those are the ley line. Open up portals. Portals are opening. Things are getting in here. Energy, spirits, demons. Okay? Those blue flashes are not power lines. Ooh. Man, this is beautiful.
Sí, no, güey. Sí.
All praises, man. All praises to the Most High, man. Okay. All right, the electricity just pop up again. Okay. It pop up. Okay. The Most High is seasoning the meat. Okay. All those people businesses destroyed like this. You think the Gentiles like anything to mess with their blessing? You think they are at peace when they are trying to shop and then do stuff, scumbag things, and then, you know, an earthquake came in over there and messed up everything? We're going to take 5 more minutes, then we should be good.
Vámonos, vámonos.
Let's go, let's go.
Rápido, rápido.
Now, quickly. Let's go. Look at this. The business is destroyed. Okay, you think those people will do this to themselves? Look at the hats over there on the floor. Look at this little girl terrified. Okay, all the business is destroyed. This is a cycle K. Circle K? Yeah. You think those people, the Elamites that own these things in Mexico, you think they are happy? Look at this.
Eso es lo peligroso. O sea.
I say this is very dangerous or something. You think those people would like? You think they are satisfying? You think they like things like this? That's a mall, right?
Ay, Dios.
Okay, the electricity went out.
Acá, mi amor.
Then what time did that thing happen? Most people were in the street. I believe around like 8, 9 p.m. Okay, you see the blue flashes all over. You can hear it. You hear the thunders? Those are boom tube opening up. Ley line activated. The energy grid of the earth is being activated. All those flashes that you're seeing. All praises, man. All praises to the Most High. The Most High is grand, man. Wow. Oh, man.
Y se vivió. Ana, tú estabas aquí.
Al aire, estábamos a las 8 de la noche con 47 minutos y 47 segundos. Es exactamente el momento en el que el servicio sismológico.
Brothers, those are not power lines, man. These look at the flashes, man. The blue flashes. Okay? Look at this.
Y se vivió. Ana, tú estabas aquí.
Al aire,
1, 2,
estábamos
3.
a las 8 de la noche con
Look at the
47 minutos y 47 segundos. Es exactamente el momento en el que el Servicio Sismológico Nacional está dando como la hora de inicio de este sismo, que ya decías, Ana Paula, preliminar 6.9, con localización a 14 kilómetros al sureste de Acapulco, Guerrero, que fue el primer sensor, digamos, que captó este movimiento telúrico ahí en las costas del Océano Pacífico, en las costas del estado de Guerrero. Y esta es pues la imagen del momento aquí en las antenas de Televisa Chapultepec.
Okay, look at the damage, brothers. This cannot be done by men. Men do not have the power to do this.
No pasa nada, no pasa nada.
All right, men do not have the power. The elite are not doing this. There's no such thing as up. They have technology causing earthquake and destroying their own blessing. As long as we're at the bottom, this was the blessing. Now, beloved, as you witness the Most High's wrath, as you witness plague number 10, thunder voices and destroying earthquake, and also plague number 5, destruction by earthquake. And you also witness number 9, flight and distress. Those people are fleeing because, well, the whole thing is going on over there. Beloved, let us give the Most High praises and glory because he's visiting this earth. Let us keep on moving through the other videos and see what's going on with the world, what the Most High is doing. This is not the elite. They don't have this type of power. This is the Most High here.
COVID surge didn't keep people away from beaches or airports either. The volume of airplane passengers was about the same as Labor Day weekend 2019, before the pandemic, the traditional end of summer. But public health officials warn we could pay dearly.
I don't think it's smart. I think when you're dealing particularly outdoors is always better than indoors, but even when you have such a congregate setting of people close together.
I'm a little bit concerned that here and there we're going to have bursts of infection, COVID infection occurring within the next week or two in different places around the country.
No hish. Now, new variant detected in 49 states. Remember what they said. They say this thing is very rare. It's somewhere in South Africa. We don't need to worry about it. Yet, it's in 49 states. Listen to this.
A new variant appears to be gaining traction in the U.S. The Mu variant has been detected in all.
I like to call it Mu because you know why that's what the cow says. You know, this new cow, this new bull variant, this new bull thing, this new bull-ish going on out there. You know, try to avoiding censorship and Google. I mean, on YouTube, you know, scumbag will flag your video and stuff. But this new Mu variant. That's what the cow say. That's the cow variant over there. The bull-ish going on.
50 states except Nebraska. Today was supposed to be the end of remote working for millions of Americans. Not anymore. The so-called fourth wave of the pandemic is forcing many companies.
Listen, people. Don't listen to those guys. Keep telling you fourth wave, fifth wave. This is still the first wave. Again, we're going to repeat it again. Okay, here. When you have a first wave, beloved, that means you have 1 year that none of this garbage happened. There weren't not a single cases recorded. Okay? And then after that, let's say in 2022, we had like 2, 3, 4 cases, thousands, and then few 100,000. Then that the second wave. And after 2022, we spent 2023, no cases. And then 2024, another wave came in. That's the third wave. And then it's spending stuff. And then after a whole year, and then the fourth wave come in. That's what that is. Those people thinking when that thing go down, it's when the infection rate goes down, that mean, man, that, remember COVID-19, man, 2020 was really rough, man. Hey, man, victorious and vax Q and all that garbage. No, that's not what that is.
To postpone the return to the office until at least October or even into 2022. Uber has postponed their back to the office day from October 25th to January 2022. Same for Google, Apple, Amazon, and Starbucks. And boxing great Oscar De La Hoya finds himself one of the breakthrough cases. Okay. He has come down with COVID despite being fully vaccinated and in great physical health.
Thank you. This guy is in the best shape of his life. He's fully cured, yet he's in a bed of an hospital place. He's just lying there telling people he's not feeling good. He got this thing. What is this? What's going on here? What you gonna do? What you gonna tell people? Oh, well, you have to take the cue and stuff. Look, first of all, what you guys... Who was calling me earlier? Anyway, what you guys are calling Q out there, that's not what that is. And you guys just winging this thing. Okay, you guys are just like, whatever you're doing out there, it's not working. Obviously, you can see the proof is all. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, man. You can see the whole thing, man. Come on, man. This guy is fully cured. He's an athlete. Okay, yet. Look at him. Now look at you. Look at me. All praises to the Most High.
He recorded this Instagram video from his hospital bed.
I mean, what are the chances of me getting COVID?
0 chances. You shouldn't get it, but hey. Anyway, man, we give the Most High praises and glory, man. Let us keep on moving. Is that thing even recording right now? Yes, it is. All right.
The head waterkeeper, and she told me that it's estimated there are several dozen to maybe a couple hundred fish that are dead as a result of this latest fish kill. Now, this is nothing near the big fish kill we saw last August, when tens of thousands of fish washed up because of the pollution in the bay. Now, many people took to social media, including the mayor of North Bay Village, who posted pictures on social media showing the fish kill in that area. Now, according to experts, the recent high temperatures cause this problem. Pollutants like fertilizer and leaking septic tanks cause more algae to bloom. That algae sucks up all the oxygen, depriving fish of oxygen. Again, it's estimated there are anywhere from several dozen dozen to a couple hundred fish dead. We're told that there were 4 different spots they're concentrating on with the long Labor Day weekend holiday. They're still trying to get the full scope of the problem. Now, I can tell you that the mayor of Miami-Dade has issued a statement regarding this latest fish kill. And let's take a look at that statement from Mayor Cava, in which she writes, "This incident is another reminder the health of our beloved bay is in jeopardy."
Okay, those people, they are lying. This is plague number 3 right here, okay? Destruction by pestilence among the cattle, okay? They really don't know what's going on. They just winged things in there. So we really don't want to go into a debate here, but let us keep on moving.
Fire threat diminishing, police are cracking down on looters in South Lake Tahoe, making several arrests over the last few days.
CBS 13's Heather Jansen is live in South Lake Tahoe with what all the suspects have in common. Heather?
Yeah, Elizabeth, Tony, the only people you'll find on the streets these days are law enforcement. You can see a group of them keeping watch just near the state line. The only people that should be around during this evacuation order. That makes lingerers and looters much easier to spot, especially if they stuck around. Capturing criminals, thieves targeting Tahoe and seizing opportunities.
So again, Tahoe is it's not your regular run of the mill town and stuff like that. A lot of millionaires and billionaires stay here. We showed you in a previous video that we released last week that there are houses mentioned that cost 75 million, 55, 44 million dollars. So those guys stay behind to swagger jack people, and I don't blame them. I mean, you got the money, so those guys don't. So they stay behind.
We found garage doors rolled up. We found doors unlocked, and so they have easy access to a lot of this.
Homeowners scrambling to flee, leaving looters with easy access in neighborhoods. In an empty and evacuated South Lake Tahoe, many hoping police can protect their homes.
They've worked their entire life to build and make a home out of.
Days into evacuation orders, South Lake Tahoe PD patrolling all day and night, nabbing a handful of looters already, most local to the area who never left, taking advantage when South Lake settled into a ghost town. The Santa Barbara County Sheriff.
Give me a second. All right, sorry. Yeah, man, people are swagger jacking Hish, man. Those guys, they are local, okay? They stay in the area. They never evacuate. All praises to the Most High. I don't blame them, man. Hey, man. Yo, you millionaires, billionaires left Hish behind and stuff like that. Yo, man, I wasn't there doing anything. I was just making sure that your house is safe. I was just going to make sure that, your house is not burned down. I find few stuff outside. I was putting them in my truck, make sure I save them for you. All praises to the Most High, man. I don't blame those guys, man.
Sheriff's Office among the other agencies assisting and arresting many of those that lingered.
Some people have been breaking into houses. Other people have been stealing property that's laying around the houses.
Things like stolen bikes quickly recovered with the help of home surveillance systems. Police searches of suspects revealing weapons and tools primed for stealing. These officers just happy to help keep the streets safe.
It's just our way of giving back.
But not every alarm in town is triggered by a person. More than a dozen of them, police say, come from bears.
You'll see a lot of trash cans that are dumped over. The bears are...
They like this word, dozen. More than a dozen, like 12 of them, 12, 2 dozen of fish, a dozen of people, dozen of cars, dozens of bear. They like this word, the number 12. We know that's the Most High, all praises.
We're just trying to survive through this fire also.
And while you won't find those bears behind bars, South Lake Tahoe police tell me that they have arrested 7 people this week, 4 of them for looting, and that's considered a misdemeanor but could be upgraded to
7 people, okay? All praises to the Most High.
To a felony depending on what the person takes. Now, all of those that were arrested were taken to the jail in Placerville because of this mandatory evacuation order.
All praises to the Most High, man. You know, you got that this whole town is burning and you still got guys staying behind swagger jacking people, man. All praises, man. Okay, so, oh, man. The curse truly reversed on those people. I mean, we are the one that used to be dealing with crackheads and all that in our hood, which we still are, but now look at you. Look at me.
Is among 7 COVID-19 deaths at Wolfson Children's Hospital since the pandemic began.
Again, let's listen. Baby among 7 deaths. The number 7 keep popping up. Put it on the live chart, brothers. What does that mean? Is the Father judgment is perfecto?
Infant was just 2 weeks old and died within 24 hours of another child at the hospital this week.
They are among 4 children who lost their battle with COVID-19 during the latest surge of the Delta variant. And News4Jax reporter Jim Piggott is joining us outside the hospital on the South Bank. Jim, this is just so disturbing for parents and grandparents to hear.
It is as disturbing as it is. What we're understanding, though, this could get much worse. You know, we've been watching as more and more kids are being treated here at the hospital. And for the most part, the outcome is pretty good. But with these cases, it just hasn't been. And that's a surprise to many people, including some doctors. In the past, we learned that kids with COVID generally survive. But now with this Delta strain, more kids are facing a difficult fight with the virus.
It's just, again, it's amazing how those people just sitting there, and then when they base everything on their little science and their little technology, which they don't have, and their little devices that they have when they look like, oh, well, this thing is not affecting kids. Okay, well, it mutates now. Okay. Oh, all right, well, okay. All right, then.
Virus. And with 2 recent deaths, including a 2-week-old baby, it's troubling even for doctors.
It is.
What's your gut reaction to all of that?
Yeah, it just nauseated. At the end of the day, I am a father of 3 young kids that can't get vaccinated because they're too young, right? So it's nauseating because they're not protected at this point.
Of course.
We learned of the 2 recent deaths at Wolfson through this online community meeting with doctors. It was then that Dr. Michael Gale of Wolfson's ICU talked about the
What was the doctor name? Put the doctor name and the live chart. I mean, if you heard it, if the Holy Spirit were on you, if you aren't distracted and just drinking some of that good water here. Oh boy. All right, that's good. Let's play this again. Let's listen to this.
2 recent deaths at Wolfson through this online community meeting with doctors. It was then that Dr. Michael Gale of Wolfson's ICU.
Dr. Michael Gale, who is in the midst? Who's in the midst right now, beloved brothers and sisters? What step are we in? Dr. Michael Gale, or whatever.
ICU talked about the 2 who died, but also talked about the other young patients.
However, with this increased surge that we've seen recently,
that's a brother Michael.
We have seen double.
All right, this is the great doctor, the great Michael here. Well, you know, gaily, so not cowboy related, but all praises to Most High.
The mother children being hospitalized.
Right now at Wolfson, 19 kids are in the hospital with COVID, and 4 of them are in the ICU. That number has been holding steady. But Dr. Rizza, who's not with the hospital, says it could get bad.
What do you think we are going to see, I'd say, in the next month or 2? I mean, do you think we'll be devastated by what happens?
Yeah, Jim, I really hope not. I really hope not for my children's sake and for the children of other parents. But if you look at the natural course of this disease, it's tricky. And I keep saying that because if I get infected today, if a child gets infected today, they may not have symptoms for the next 2 to 14 days.
That means they can spread it. Okay, that means they can spread it, okay? So, yeah, all right. We give the Most High praises and glory, man. You know, Michael is in the midst.
We've got new warnings straight from the COVID front lines as there are fears that Labor Day travel could lead to another spike in cases. More than 5.3 million travelers were screened by TSA officers over the holiday, even as the average daily death count from COVID jumped 130% over the last month. Now, that's the worst it's been since March, before the vaccines were widely available. Our lead national correspondent, that is David Begnaud, just visited a Texas hospital where staff are struggling, really struggling to keep up. David, good morning to you. This is so troubling.
It is, Gail. About a week ago, we told you the story of Daniel Wilkinson, the U.S. Army veteran who died in a Texas hospital last month. He died because he couldn't get access to the specialized care that he needed in time to save his life. All of the hospitals that could save him were full of COVID patients. So we went back to talk to that ER doctor.
So they were full, okay? It's not like this dude, he could not be treated. He could, but the whole hospital was full. And when you have this thing, you don't stay in the hospital for a few hours. You see, when you go to the hospital, beloved, you just spent like a few hours there. Maximum, I'll say like 4 hours, so to speak, and then you get out. Not in this case, man. Not in this case.
Doctor that tried to save him, Dr. Hassan Kakli. And what we found was a caregiver furious and frustrated that he can't get people the care they need in the time they need it.
COVID is kicking humanity's ass. And as a member, as a team player on Team Humanity, I take that personally.
This is Dr. Hassan Kakli. He is in a race against time, but right now he is losing.
It's okay, Araceli.
His patient, 50-year-old Araceli, has been unresponsive since he admitted her to El Campo Memorial Hospital roughly 3 days ago.
It's okay.
She needs an ICU bed and an evaluation from a cancer specialist. El Campo has neither. Despite being just 76 miles from Houston, home to the world's largest medical complex and more than 85 different hospitals, Dr. Kakli can't find one that will accept her as a transfer.
You heard that? This is the largest medical center that they have in the country. Yet, they cannot find one hospital that will take this woman. All of them are full of CV patients. And you still have our people going out there, hey, Biglevi, you have to understand, man, this is all a game, man. This is all fake, yo. They're trying to bring the new world order, man. So Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and Jeff Bezos, the Queen Barack Obama and LeBron James will rule the world. You have to understand that, man. It's all fake, man. It's all set up. They plan this, man. No, they don't. No, they don't. You think those people will like things like that? You think they like anything interrupted them? No, they want to enjoy everything in peace. And most importantly, watching you suffer. You know, the Hebrews.
Everyone is overwhelmed with COVID patients.
And I tried to get her into the best cancer hospital in the world, which is also in Houston, and they couldn't take her.
Kakli told us the wait times here in the ER are unprecedented.
You would never see 4 digits on minutes since checked in. We're 4 digits on the thousands of minutes.
Okay, so
we've never.
That's four digits. Mean like they are four. They at least when you reach 4 digits, you like 1,000 in there. It's 4,000 people in there. 4,000 minutes. You know what that is? Let's check. Waiting for 4,000 minutes. How many hours is 4,000 minutes?
4,000 minutes is 66.667 hours.
I say 66 hours. How many days is 66 hours?
66 hours is equivalent to 2.75 days.
Okay, so let's say 72 hours. You're waiting. You are waiting for a bed for 3 days. You know, for like some type of disease, some type of stuff you could have resolved like in a few hours. Not even in a few hours, couple of minutes. Okay, listen to that. Okay, just to show you they are not doing this, beloved. The hand of the Father is heavy upon those people.
We're 4 digits on the thousands of minutes.
Okay, thousands.
We've
of
never
minutes.
seen this. Ever.
But Dr. Kakli understands what the other hospitals are facing. Here in El Campo, the beds are almost entirely filled with COVID patients, too.
So 20 patients in the hospital, only 1 does not have COVID.
Wow.
Damn. Listen, beloved. This thing is serious. Listen to what this is coming straight out of the horse's mouth. Okay, listen.
Facing. Here in El Campo, the beds are almost entirely filled with COVID patients, too.
So 20 patients in the hospital, only one does not have COVID.
You got 20 patients here. Only one do not have that thing. 19 of them have this thing. And you're going to sit there and try to take the glory from the Most High, man. We give him praises and glory, man. And all the credits. He is in the midst of all this.
Wow.
That's how it's been. Past 3 weeks.
Wow.
Every day.
Tell him, Annie.
Every day.
Every day.
For
Those
nearly
people are
4
not
days.
lying, man. It's every day. All they see is those people. All they see is that, man. And they are not lying, beloved. Okay? They are not.
He and his team have worked the phones. Nurse Virginia Broman called almost every hospital in Houston.
All righty. Thank you. Bye-bye. No, they don't have any beds.
While Dr. Cackley called MD Anderson Cancer Hospital, and he pressed them politely.
So at this point, it's kind of like, we need help. Like if she didn't have the malignancy and we had an open ICU bed, we would take care of her here.
Finally, he got it. A yes. They accepted Araceli.
I thought you'd be all jubilant. And...
No, I'm not jubilant because it shouldn't take 4 days and 5 phone calls. To
Exactly. It shouldn't take you 4 days, man. It shouldn't take you 4 days to transfer anybody, man. It's just every single place is loaded with those people in there. And you see, beloved, they don't want to show you who those people are. And we know who they are. And a lot of those folks are no more.
This happened. It's sad that like we're all relieved and happy that we finally got a patient out after 4 days. Like that's where the bar is right now. I think we got him out eventually. And kudos to the entire staff here, the other ER docs, the other staff that have been keeping this patient alive
for 4 days.
As long as we have. If we get through this, like the team that we have here, like our bond and everything that we have is just going to be that much stronger. If we get through this.
If we don't kill each other.
Exactly.
If we get through this. Now, this guy being real with you, man. If we get through this.
Exactly. If we don't kill each other first, we'll be good.
It was one of the few times they laughed together that day. But the good feelings did not last for long. 5 COVID patients walked into the ER while we were there, and none of them were vaccinated.
One more question. Yeah. How are you?
How am I? I'm still going. I've had to accept the worst possible case scenario. It's that this is the worst possible scenario. It's not going to get any better, but we're going to keep going. And that's it. All right, let's get to it.
All praises, man.
That's a good man. Dr. Cackley told us that in order to keep patients alive, he and his team are having to do medical procedures and treatments they don't normally do. They're not trained.
They're not trained to do this. Thank you, David. The slayer of Goliath.
Trained for this. They're operating beyond the scope of their usual protocols and training.
Which is illegal. I'll add that with this because they should have their license revoked because they're not supposed to do that. If it was a regular Joe doing this, you guys would have just, throw the lasso in his neck and whoop that damn calf in there. All praises to the Most High.
Typically, they'd move a patient before some of those procedures, and they'd get them in and out of the ER within 24 hours.
Yes.
They simply cannot do it. And, you asked while we were watching the piece, are they angry at these people? I
Yes,
never
they
saw
are.
them angry.
They are.
He did say to me at one point, he goes, stop telling us that we shouldn't treat unvaccinated patients. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We're always going to treat them.
Yeah.
We're going to move on.
We have an oath. We have a duty. People say when we can get back to normal. We're not going to get back to normal until our hospitals are functioning normally. And those doctors.
You're never going to back. You're never going to get back to normal, man. How long we are into this thing, man? Wow, 53 minutes. All right, let us keep on moving, beloved, okay? And again, this is plague number 8, pestilence, okay? That's a pestilence among the people, all right? All praises to the Most High, man. Let us keep on moving, man. Watch this.
Shoplifters stealing thousands of dollars worth of electrical wires from a Lowe's store in Oregon has angered local residents. The incident occurred in broad daylight on August 25th. The video shows 2 men pushing shopping carts loaded with electric wire walking out of the Lowe's doors as 2 employees are helpless to stop them. Lowe's eventually reported the incident and an investigation is ongoing, but Kaiser Police Lieutenant Andrew Copeland noted that in Oregon, many jails aren't taking offenders such as shoplifters in order to cut back on their populations during COVID-19.
Okay? So it shows you like this is what the Mosiah is doing. The Mosiah is mocking them. Okay? Those guys just walk up in Lowe's and stole a bunch. They just swagger jack a bunch of stuff for thousands of dollars, and they just out of the stores, and then they go to the cars. And,
Copeland said the men would likely face fines, citations, and then be released.
Exactly, because one, they don't have enough people to keep them in there, because those people are no more. It's not like there's a population, a jail population. No, the people are no more over there.
Funny and disturbing. Funny and disturbing at the same time.
Okay, those guys are throwing Haitian there. They are throwing Haitian. All right. Again, watch this. When those people look like us, it's all over the news. Oh, brazen robbery, brazen. Oh, government need to do this and that and stuff. This thing has like millions of views. 10,000 views and stuff and things like that. Look. Those guys, they are just chill there, throwing things in there. They are throwing things. Electrical stuff.
Garbage.
Alright, those things are worth thousands of dollars. Man.
They're still in law. Every day. Dude, that's thousands of dollars. I'm an electrician, bro. Yeah. Look at that. Where's the license tag?
There you go. That's the license, please. Temporary permit. All praises to the Most High expired. This thing already been expired, so we give the Most High praises and glory, man. That's the Most High mocking their system, man. All praises. Next video.
Scary moments for passengers aboard a flight at Fort-Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. A viewer sending us this video of passengers evacuating a plane on the tarmac after a bomb scare in Terminal 3. The flight was about to head to Chicago when everyone was forced to deplane. BSO's bomb squad and the FBI investigated but didn't find anything suspicious and gave the all clear. A female passenger was arrested accused of making the false bomb threat. She is 46-year-old Marina Verbitsky. She faced a judge in Broward County this afternoon, charged with making a false report about a bomb explosive. Her bond was set at $10,000, and she must undergo a mental health evaluation.
And
the voluntary recall.
What you are seeing here, beloved, it's you see this almost every month now. Somebody always makes some bomb threat in Fort Lauderdale Airport. Okay, always in Fort Lauderdale Airport. So we'll see. We give the Most High praises and glory. We know He's in the midst of all of this.
But they now face the choice of continuing to use a machine that the company says could actually hurt their health, or going without, which means they won't be getting a good night's sleep.
There were times where I would literally fall asleep mid-sentence talking to someone because I was so exhausted from not getting sleep the night before.
James Colbert says that was his life 13 years ago, before he started using a CPAP machine, including, for the last 2 years, the Philips Dream Station.
I actually woke up refreshed and could go throughout the course of my day with, a ton of energy that I needed for work or, time with my family.
For people like Colbert who have sleep apnea, breathing repeatedly stops and starts throughout the night. A continuous positive airway pressure, or CPAP machine, pushes a steady stream of air into a user's nose and mouth, keeping airways open. But in June, manufacturer Philips voluntarily recalled millions of its popular CPAP machines, saying sound-dampening foam used in the Dream Station may degrade into particles and off-gas chemicals. The FDA says breathing those in could result in serious injury, which can be life-threatening or cause permanent impairment.
So, why am I bringing this? And I'm not trying to scare people and stuff like that. I myself, I believe I have sleep apnea, but it's not officially being diagnosed. Well, I went to the test and I have to wait a week for them to bring the result, and I don't think I passed that test. It's a test complete in the machine, but the way this thing was done, it's crazy. It's like, I don't know, something broke in that machine. One of those little tube things cut off, because when I'm sleeping, I sleep really wild. So I had this issue. Now I don't have it anymore since I lose 44 pounds and my neck become a lot more widened, and it's not having a lot of pressure on it. The issue was, the reason why I'm bringing this, because I thought I was the only person that suffered from this sleep apnea. Apparently we have a couple of our brethren, I believe the beloved brother Peter 58 said he paid somewhere around $700 for the test. Okay, I only pay $5 for the co-payment. And what happened is, when I used to sleep and I used to wake up coughing in the middle of the night, like I thought it felt like I was going to choke. I was coughing and spitting and like, what's going on? Why my mouth is stuff? And then every time in the morning when I wake up, the sheets is like all messed up with saliva. I'm like, wow, this is so messed up. And it's all white things coming out of my mouth, like foam. It feels like I'm having some kind of cardiac arrest. That's what the wife said. And when I used to breathe, and the whole room would vibrate. And I went to see the doctor. They said, well, probably you have sleep apnea. So I called on upon the Most High, and then the nation, I explained it to them, and they supported me, and I went into a little bit of weight loss. So from 329, 330, right now I'm 386. 386, 385. I lost about 44 pounds. And every time I'm sleeping right now, I don't wake up coughing in the middle of the night. I don't have anything on my bed. My bed is clean. When I'm asleep, when I wake up, I don't see anything in there. I'm kind of perplexed. So I look, I'm like, why there's any saliva residue and stuff? So I took the test, but they haven't sent me anything yet. And back then, I could not, if I'm talking this, you can hear my voice. This and that. I couldn't talk straight because I could feel like it felt like a constant somebody holding a chokehold on you. So now I'm breathing better, and I'm continuing my diet and my fast. I lose almost all this weight through fasting. Okay, I fast every single day now. I've been going for at least 60 days fasting every day. I'm just gonna do this for the rest of my life until the day the Most High said go rest, and I'm just gonna keep fasting and pray for the Most High. Eat one meal a day. On Thursday I don't eat. Thursday, Friday I don't eat at all. I just drink water, and Saturday I only eat at 9 p.m., 8 p.m. on when the sun goes down. So every week I spend 3 days no food, just water, and then every single day I just eat one time a day. Every sunset I just fast and pray. Fast, pray, repent, repeat. Fast, pray, repent, repeat. That's what I do. And then it's kind of like saving my life from this. So this is like a little heads up for our brethren that are using the Philip one. If anything, just quickly look in it and contact your doctor, or better yet, get a lawyer, damn it, and then get what you can get, get what you can, get from those people. So that's why I bring this up, because, I assume I have sleep apnea, but it's not officially being, diagnosed. So be careful out there. If you have sleep apnea, you got one of those machines, which surprisingly a lot of our people have. I met a woman. This woman is very thin. She's the supermodel-like woman, but she's an elderly woman. And she has sleep apnea, and it blew my mind. I'm like, whoa, what? I thought only fat guys get this thing. But yet this woman had it. Okay, so I give the Most High praises and glory, beloved. If you have this issue, go ahead and check with your doctor, see what you can do. All praises. Let us move it.
On the sidewalk here off of Virgil. Now, there were 4 people inside that car. All of them have gotten out. And LA City Fire is attending to their minor injuries.
We have breaking news in Koreatown. Stu Mondale up in Skyfox with what's going on. Stu, good morning.
Well, good morning. We got a crash out here. This is going to be on Virgil, right at 5th Street. LA City Fire working quickly to get somebody out from underneath that vehicle right there. You can see that car careening into a homeless encampment on the sidewalk here off of Virgil. Now, there were 4 people inside that car. All of them have gotten out, and LA City Fire is attending to their minor injuries. There they are. But apparently there is at least one person, possibility of more, underneath that vehicle as that car is on top of a homeless encampment right there. They do know one person is underneath that car. You can see LA City Fire working quickly to basically shore that vehicle up, shore it up, meaning basically make it steady, then lift it to get that person out from underneath. Right now they are talking to one person, possibility of more underneath that vehicle. This is ongoing. This is going to be in the Koreatown area, right at the corner of Virgil. That vehicle you see right there, that big, it looks like a giant tow truck, which basically it is, that's heavy rescue. That's some of the most serious equipment that LA City Fire has. That truck there is probably going to bring most of that equipment to get that vehicle off that trapped person. I'm Stu up in Skyfox. Back to you guys in the studio.
Okay.
So, as you can see, beloved brothers and sisters, for a while now, since 2020, we've been witnessing things like that going on and non-stop. Okay, a lot of cars are losing control, and then they are entering homeless camp, and they are hitting people, businesses, and houses because of the ley lines. Okay, so these things, they're happening often, and they're happening almost every day. Well, not almost, they are happening every single day. All right, we give the Most High praises and glory for this. All right, it's a horrible thing, but this is the Most High.
Good evening, I'm Jennifer Lee.
And I'm Keith Kate. Thank you for joining us tonight. But the father also had pre-existing conditions. Nico Clemens is at St. Joseph's Hospital in Riverview with the story. Nico.
Yeah, another heartbreaking story. Daniel Madry went into the hospital here 3 weeks ago. He died 10 days later. He and his family thought the vaccine was enough, even with his pre-existing condition, but there was just so much they didn't know. Now his son is sharing his father's story, hoping to save someone else's life.
Once he got the vaccine, it was just a huge weight off his shoulder.
At 61 years old, Daniel Madry was in good shape.
He would.
Okay, this guy is 61. His name is Daniel Madry. Is that what that is? Okay, so yeah, we know, we see. Again, we're not into the whole conspiracy. Oh, he's a Freemason. He got like his pyramid over there and the flag and none of this garbage. So yeah, this guy name is Daniel, and he's 61 years old. You know what to do, and he was fully cured. I don't know. Anyway, but it seems to me we keep seeing this thing a lot now.
Was as healthy as an ox. I mean, he was 61 and basically had a six-pack.
So what happened to him completely blindsided his family. Madry died days after getting COVID-19. He was fully vaccinated.
This disease.
There you go. He was fully cured. He was a military fellow. This man was fit, and he was fully cured. And then he got this thing. He was no more, which showed you something is going on. Like, this thing is not efficient at all. Not working. Not good.
Was just destroying him.
The doctors diagnosed Madry with
There
a
you
form
go.
of leukemia.
There you go. All right, there you go. There you go. So once you're seeing this, once you start seeing things like that, you understand why things didn't work for him. And you understand why the Most High had to take him. You are now seeing virtually, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, in every single video that we are releasing now. We saw those type of dudes. Last night, we released a video that the commissioner, is it the commissioner? No, I don't think he's that guy. But the commissioner from somewhere else in Florida, I don't know. That guy, he was doing the same thing that this dude doing. When you see those guys in the midst of those sweet little kids, looking so confused. This little girl, like, this little girl is watching this. This girl, I can see death on him. Those kids look at the little boy's faces over there. Look so anxious and stuff. Look at the sweet little girl. It's like she tried to get away from him, holding the her little brother, hand and stuff. So those guys like to go over there in our people's place in our country where, the Hebrews just there chill, wait for the Most High. They'll come with the crosses around the neck, the mark of the beast, and they look like they are the savior. And they will do things to our children, okay? But they are the saviors. They have this, and then they'll come over there, mark of the beast and all that Christianity bull. But there you go. There you go. That's why he was fully cured, a healthy man. Okay, he took the full cure, but he didn't make it. Okay, this is a plague number 8. All right, pestilence. All right, so the Most High took him. We give him praise, glory, and credits.
Last year, his son Mike says his dad wasn't receiving treatment.
Okay, the guy named the son. Listen to this. You can't make this up. Listen, brothers. Listen to what they say.
Leukemia last year. His son Mike says his dad wasn't receiving.
His son's Mike, and I believe this got Mike over there. If this is Michael over there on the left, he's wearing our favorite shirt here, champion, Michael the champion. Remember, every time somebody name is Michael, they either have a champion the hat, champion the shirt. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Okay? You cannot make this up. Michael, which I'm assuming this is this guy, or he could be that fellow over there. Okay? All right? He's wearing the champion shirt, and his name is Mike. Okay? And the father name is Daniel. You can't. Oh, okay. I think this is Michael Madry. Is it? Nah. I think they just put the name right here. Michael Madry. I'm assuming Michael is this one or that one. But wherever it is, champion. You can see champion here. Every time we see the word Michael, well, a couple of the time we see the shirt say champion, and we know Michael is the Most High champion. You know, according to the books we've been reading. Okay, all praises to the Most High, man. All right, crazy things.
Treatment, and doctors were taking a watch and wait approach. Unfortunately, Madry's body wasn't able to fight off COVID-19. He was immunocompromised.
Okay, this is most likely this is in Haiti. I can see the sugar cane in his mouth. Okay, let me see where that is. Okay, let me see what I can pick up from there. Sugar cane, most likely in Haiti. I'm not quite sure. Could be in Africa, but I'm getting a strong vibe in Haiti because of the sugar cane. You know, boy, I used to love that sugar cane as a kid in Haiti. So, woof. All right.
Unfortunately, Madry's body wasn't able to fight off COVID-19. He was immunocompromised.
He never was told.
There you go. That's Michael. So that was the dude, Michael Madry. I don't know why I didn't get this dude. Okay. Okay, so that's the smallest dude. Okay, so he is Michael. He wore the champion shirt. Okay, all right. So he is Michael. All right. Why they didn't put that? I didn't notice that in the beginning. They didn't put the name in the beginning. They did? No, they didn't. Okay, they didn't. Okay, so yeah, that was his son wearing the shirt, Michael. All praises.
He was immunocompromised.
He never was told once that the vaccine wouldn't work for him.
Dr. John Green is the chief of infectious diseases at
What are you talking about? What do you mean the Q won't work for him? You guys didn't say none of these things. Now these poor men, these innocent looking unpedophile men, left and go home where he belongs, and then now you people are saying like, well, he never told that. What do you mean? You guys said this thing will work. Take it. He did what you guys said, and he's no more now.
Cancer Center. He says those who have cancer, like leukemia, have weak immune systems and a greater risk of dying from coronavirus.
Yeah, whatever.
Even in our best situation, some people
Brother
still may not survive an infection, but especially those that are older and the more immune suppressed.
Dr. Green says that's why there's a push to get a booster shot.
So if you had a booster shot in your immune system, which is...
Listen, there's no such thing as a booster cure. It's another third cure. It's another third cure. That's what that is, booster shot. Get out of here.
Already suppressed is boosted 3 to 5 times or even higher, then it gives you the ability to fight off infection.
Madry now hopes something positive comes from this tragedy.
I just hope that his story will allow somebody who might have CLL or another disease that leaves them immunocompromised to realize that the vaccine might not protect you against COVID.
Madry said this is a conversation he wishes they had with doctors before his father's ultimate death last week. So he's encouraging people, hey, if you're in this group, if you're immunocompromised, go ahead and talk with your doctors. Have that conversation about what you need to do in case you're, again, in case you fall underneath this group. What do you need to do to protect yourself?
The same doctor that fell to warn this guy, and then they told you, hey, come talk to me and I'll tell you what to do. Yeah, whatever, man. All praises to the Most High, man.
The woman who sped away from a minor car accident. The man in the other car jumped onto her hood and ended up being killed. KCAL 9's Nicole Comstock spoke with the victim's heartbroken family.
The victim's sister tells us he was more than just a brother to her. He was a second father figure to all of her sisters. And there was no reason for him to lose his life over a minor traffic accident. One car sideswiping another. It accidentally happens every day on congested streets in Los Angeles. But when it happened at Figueroa and 17th Thursday evening, both drivers pulled over to exchange information in this Staples parking lot, and the situation took an unnecessarily deadly turn.
Because we had a financial difficulty, he dropped out of college and began working to be able to, provide for our family.
Crystal is talking about her 22-year-old brother, Angel DeMarcos. She says he worked
This guy name is Angel DeMarco. You can't make this up. The Angels brothers, they are reporting back onto us. You can't make that up. That guy name is literally Angel. How many times we see this, beloved? For those of you who've been watching this, okay, you saw this. There was the Angel guy when that dude got shot in the soccer field. Another Angel, and then now this dude name is Angel. Yeah, I believe.
2 jobs to support their family. Crystal is talking about her 22-year-old brother, Angel DeMarcos. She says he worked 2 jobs to support their family of 7 after their disabled father could no longer.
Family of 7, okay? The Angels. This is all perfect, man. Family of 7 by Angel. This is crazy.
Work.
All the money he made always went back to us, because the way he said it was an investment for our future. Because all he wanted was to see us go off to college.
And Angel did see Crystal off to college, but now her mentor and source of encouragement is gone. The driver who sideswiped him drove away with Angel on the hood of her car. Police say Angel jumped on the hood, but a witness says that's because the suspect drove directly at him. A block away, Angel fell off her car and into the street. He died at a hospital.
There will never be another person like him.
Angel is gone.
He had such a big heart.
Witnesses say the suspect was driving a dark gray Kia Optima. Police say they're still looking for her and going through security video which may show her license plate. Angel's family wanted to share his story in hopes that others.
She was 12 years old. Happy 12. You can't make this up. Happy 12. Okay, this Angel fellow, wow.
Drivers consider the lives they impact when they overreact after a simple crash.
Be respectful. Be an actual human being, because an incidents like this would just...
There you go. There you go. This never fails. This never fails. You see it practically in all the videos now. Just leave this here and then so you can see what's going on here. Let me just anointed and hydrated the holy temple with the Holy Spirit. Make no mistake, brethren. Make no mistake, Jews and Gentiles alike. The Most High is showing you he's destroying the so-called Christians out there. Well, first, they don't want to listen, and 2, they don't care about the Father. They care about their religion, and they care about the blessing. Okay, so you can see this young lady over there on the left of this picture. She is also wearing the mark of the beast, the Antichrist cross, the crucifix. which shows you the whole family was Christian. And this dude, you know, he was going to work supporting the family, doing a good thing. Guess what? You guys are not under the blessing anymore. That was a minor thing, a minor little dispute. And the woman drove into him. That's what they say. He jumped in the car. He fell off and he was no more. Okay. Beautiful family of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, perfection. Yet he got taken out because he was the head of the family until the father was disabled and he can't walk anymore. So you're left with 4 women there defend themselves. Cursed be the marriages, cursed be the wives, cursed be the husband, and cursed be the children. The husband got cursed. He fell. He stepped up to be the man, the husband of the house. He fell. Now those women, they don't know what to do now. That's what used to happen to our women. Still, that's what happened to our people. And then you can see why the Mosiah is doing this. He is taking, I'm taking you Christian out. Because you guys are worshippers of devils. Christianity is the highest form of witchcraft. All praises to the Mosiah. This never fail.
Just keep happening. You never know the person's story.
And investigators say they need to speak with the suspect about why she continued to drive her car with this young man on the hood of it. If you have any information about who she is, contact LAPD Central Homicide, and you can do so anonymously. I'm not
We give praises and glory to the Most High, man.
Classes for Chicago Public Schools. For many students, this will be their first time back in the classroom since the pandemic began. And tonight, some parents are still trying to figure out how to get their students to school. The district, like many others, is facing a school bus driver shortage. Last week, 10% of drivers quit, with 73 resignations submitted on Friday alone. Bus companies say this is due to COVID vaccination requirements.
So what you're seeing now, a lot of people, they are leaving this hitch, man. They are leaving that drain. They're like, yo, I ain't taking your cure. And again, the number 90 here, you know what to do. You know, those guys like, yo, man, I ain't taking your hitch, man. I don't have time for this. So they are leaving. So you guys already had a shortage, and then now you're forcing people to take this hitch. They're like, yo, F you. You know, I can always flip beggars, you know.
The district says the shortage means 2,100 students will not be offered transportation. So to help impacted families, CPS is offering transportation stipends, $1,000 for the first 2 weeks of school and $500 for the following months.
And this is what I despise with those people. You could pay the drivers, the workers, the employees more. You see, they could give you $1,000 for the first 2 weeks, which is $500 a week, and $500 per month after that. So technically, those people can give you an additional $500 every week for this job until you quit, you threaten to leave, and then now they are offering all kind of garbage out there. That's how stingy and messed up those people are. And a lot of people are leaving, man. They're like, oh, hell no, man. I ain't going to get this issue.
A statement issued this afternoon reads in part, "We are saddened and extremely frustrated by this situation, and we express our sincerest apologies to the impacted families for the inconvenience this has caused, especially with such short notice." The district says it has also adjusted pickup times. So parents, if your child is still riding the bus, their pickup will be 15 to 30 minutes earlier than prior years. Letters were sent to parents last week with specifics for their children.
It's the ultimate nightmare.
All praises to the Most High, man. You can't make that up, all right?
And on to a scaly surprise in a South Florida storm drain.
This large alligator had been stuck there for days, and Local 10's Roy Ramos is live in Southwest Miami-Dade with the efforts to remove the reptile. Roy.
Nicole and Calvin, well, the good news here is that alligators has since been freed. It's no longer in that storm drain, but over the past few days, residents who live here in this community have had quite the spectacle. They've been able to look down in that storm drain and see an 8-foot alligator, but they quickly realized it was stuck and something needed to be done to get it out.
I would never expect something like that to be there.
Ever look down into a storm drain? Well, the next time you do, an 8-foot-long alligator may be looking right back up at you.
From the size of the head being almost the size of his torso, I would expect it to be on the larger side.
That's what happened to Luis Fernandez, who was playing catch with his friends when he spotted what he first thought was a turtle.
The nose is moving and breathing. I'm like, that's not a turtle. And that's when we figure out that it's a gator. I've never seen a gator.
The teens first spotting the gator in this Southwest Miami-Dade neighborhood near FIU Friday, and since then, the sighting has caused quite the stir with residents snapping pictures, recording videos, but they were hoping it would eventually be able to free itself.
We didn't think it'd be this long for it to get out, but I've been worried for it after the second day.
So what you're seeing here, the Most High is make it very clear unto you that, this, plague number 7, is that what that is? Number 7, yes. Wild beasts will be their grave. So the Most High this is all very bad omen to those people. So, showing that giant alligator is stuck in this beautiful neighborhood right here. Certain people live there, but yeah. So this alligator is there. So this is a horrible sign, man.
Because then I knew it's been stuck there.
That's when the group called wildlife officials with FWC with hopes they would be able to free the animal.
We called Public Works. They used some water pumps to push water through the storm drain. It went to the positive outflow into the canal, and eventually the gator did swim back into the canal.
While trappers said they were unable to capture it, they are just fortunate the gator didn't hurt anyone, and it wasn't injured in the process either.
I never seen none of that. I've never saw that, and especially in a storm drain, which is...
Yeah, you will see a hell of a lot more. Wait until you saw a certain monster called the Fulness.
Unfortunately, a violent Labor Day weekend in Metro Atlanta. More than a dozen people shot in the past 24 hours alone.
Again, they love that word, dozen.
Including a gas station in DeKalb, a nightclub in Atlanta, and a bar in Conyers. Video of that shooting posted to Twitter earlier this morning. This is the moment before the man in black pulled out a gun from his right pocket there. CBS 46 News' Barmel Lyons is live at the bar with what led up to the shots and the moments that followed. Barmel?
Yeah, Alan, right here inside of Pseudo Bar and Grill is where those shots were fired around 10:30, and it was all caught on camera. According to customers and the owner, it's unnecessary violence. The video so graphic, we had to blur it. A fight breaks out and bullets go flying at Pseudo Bar and Grill in Conyers overnight. Customers on a Facebook Live saying they believe it started over a spilled drink.
Damn.
Marcus says he's a regular at Pseudo Bar.
All right, so as you can see, the 2/3, okay, this is plague. I don't know if the guy died, but we'll say plague number 5. Okay, destruction, plague number 5, destruction by the sword. Okay, you can see this, and then 2 guys, having a drink. This guy, revolution and stuff. You know how the 2/3 does. A spilled drink. Hey, man, your drink spilled on me, nigga. What's up with you? What's something true? Hey, man, your drink spilled, man. Hey, I'm sorry, dude. Trying to get some fun with that corner out there, man. Chill. We're good, man. Black power, all right? We're good. All praises to the Most High. Nope. This dude, he could have just walked away, but he chose to hit the guy and punch the guy.
Pseudo Bar and Grill.
He defend himself.
In Conyers overnight.
Okay, he said, I don't know what they were saying, but this dude went over there and then started punching him.
Customers on a Facebook Live saying they believe it started.
Okay, so that guy headbutting him. Yo, the whole thing with the 2/3, man, and then the gun is on his hand, okay?
Over a spilled drink. Marcus says he's a regular at Pseudo Bar and Grill, and he could not believe someone slipped a gun inside.
It was real shocking because they always searching people, you know what I'm saying? So how he got in there with it, I don't know.
Owner Brant Bester told CBS that one of his 3 personal security guards patted down the customers, including the man accused of firing the weapon.
That's where he went too far.
Bar surveillance video shows one guard attempting to jump in and stop the fight, being shot in the leg, crawling to the entrance for cover. Meanwhile, a customer is grazed. In the video, you can see the victim who was in the fight, shot in his arm and leg, running away, grazed. In the video, you can see. Meanwhile, a customer is being shot in the leg to jump in and stop the.
Okay, so you see, watch the floor. All right, it's clean, and then once those guys drop in there, you're going to see the blood. All right.
Guard attempting to jump in and stop the fight, being shot in the leg, crawling to the entrance for cover.
Okay, this is the blood. Okay, stay out of it, man. Once you hear shot like this, you're a security guard, you cover yourself first. The first thing you were supposed to do is go over there, hide. Okay.
Meanwhile, a customer is grazed. In the video, you can see the victim who was in the fight, shot in his arm and leg, running away. The shooter following close behind. A Rockdale Sheriff deputy grabbing the shooter. The shooter, identified as James Simpson, is being charged with aggravated assault and reckless conduct. Patriots say people should think before resorting to violence.
Our folks ain't cut to walk away, which I feel like that would have been the biggest gesture for both of them to do. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when the liquor get to going, anything can happen.
Yeah, they had demons on them. Okay.
Anything can happen, and that's exactly what transpired. I want to take you right back out here to this sign that is right in front of the entrance. It says no firearms or weapons are permitted on this property. Again, we spoke to the owner. He says he's thankful for the security guards as well as the deputy that was on guard that night who was able to apprehend that man.
Nah, he didn't. He got shot. We give the Most High praises and glory, man. You see how the Most High is using the 2/3 to make hell for them. They can't even sit down and get a drink without the goddamn 2/3 getting there with their guns and start shooting people. All praises, man. Okay, all right. That's our beloved sister Lisa.
Applies to delay.
All right. I just wanted to touch on this a little, okay? Hurricane Ida shortage of labor and materials will cause huge delays and rebuilding. Ain't that the truth? Okay, this thing is, brothers, people think this thing is a joke. Listen, this thing is real. And those people, by the time they finish up this, they're going to get hit again. We'll see. We give praises and glory to the Most High, all right? Just check this video out. It's pretty good.
Take you out. How do you think she fares?
This is Paul Murphy, IT manager by day and Magnus Thorkelson impersonator by the weekend. Dressed in full battle gear to reenact the Battle of Home from 902 AD, when the Anglo-Saxons fought against the Vikings on Danelaw.
Again, what you're calling the Anglo-Saxons and the Vikings, they were Israelites, they were black folks. Northern and Southern Kingdom always fighting each other. Anglo-Saxons, Anglo mean angelic, Saxons means sons of Isaacs. The angelic sons of Isaacs and the Vikings, the tribe of Dan and the other tribe, they were our people and they didn't look like this. And we have this book. Let me check it for you right quick. Okay, we have this book here, True Myth, Black Vikings of the Middle Ages. Okay, it's cost $19 by Brother Nasheed Al-Amin. Okay, all right, the Black Vikings, all right, and the so-called Vikings, they were black folks. There ain't none of these, you know, the white people trying to enact and things like that. That's not what that is, and that's not what it was, okay? So you may want to buy this book and read it. They'll give you the story of the Vikings, the so-called Anglo-Saxons. They weren't white folks. Those guys, this is not you. When we were doing those things, you guys were stuck in a cave or somewhere.
The axe I'm using, this is an axe which if I sharpened it would chop logs. So it has the same weight, same steel construction. The edge is 3mm thick, so it's not going to cut somebody.
Okay, this is like watching in modern time a bunch of white people enacting hip hop. You know, the battle between Biggie and Tupac, and then next thing you know, white Biggie and white Tupac come over there, and then the people don't know anything. They like, oh, hey, yeah, well, Biggie and Tupac were white since Michael Jackson is white, you know. So, yeah, that's what that is, man. And that's why I picked up this thing. Festival in East England to reenact lives of Vikings, a celebration of Norse life and culture. Your true Norsemen did not look like you folks. They were our people when we used to rule Europe, okay? The Druids over there. All right, we're into this all the time. So, yeah, all praises to the Most High. And let us keep on moving.
Truly disturbing story in eastern Idaho. As a word of caution, the details in this story are graphic and might be uncomfortable for some of our viewers. 12 bodies and roughly 50 fetuses were recovered from a funeral home in Pocatello.
Damn.
This all broke out last week after an inspector found the bodies decomposing inside the business. The Ada County and Bannock County coroners are working to identify the bodies. In the meantime, the funeral home's owner has surrendered his license. Police say no charges have been filed. The investigation is ongoing.
So, 12 bodies and 5 fetuses? Is that what that is? Let's listen to this again.
Caution, the details in this story are graphic and might be uncomfortable for some of our viewers. 12 bodies and roughly 50 fetuses were recovered from a funeral home.
Wow, 12 bodies and 50 fetuses. The hell they were doing in there? This is weird.
In Pocatello. This all broke out last week after an inspector found the bodies decomposing inside the business.
This is disturbing, man. 12 bodies and 50 fetuses? Wow. What's going on in there? Damn. We give the Most High praises and glory, man. A lot of issues going on. Let me see if they have any update. Okay. No, they don't have any updates. All right. Yeah, I've been following this story, but I could not. Is it in Idaho? And something is going on over there. That thing is in Idaho? Official channel, Idaho's, yes, channel in Boise, Idaho. Shout outs to my boy, Roy Rosales over there. My man, Roy. So, yeah, so, wow. 12 bodies and 50 fetuses? What the hell they were doing in there? Wow. This is crazy. Okay, well, we'll keep up with this story. See if the Most High will tell us what was those people were doing in there. Crazy.
Now to a follow-up on that deadly stabbing last week at a Chicago Chase bank. Friends and family say the bank employee who was killed had just begun a new chapter in life. Marie Saavedra's live in River North with that story. Marie.
Brad, by all accounts, Jessica Biglevipriest was carving out her life here in Chicago after graduating from college last year. That makes the randomness of this attack all the more painful for the people who were part of her day today. Last Wednesday, Jessica Biglevipriest went into work like any other weekday.
Again, well, you got to look at those, women, how their lifestyle, and this Moabite woman, she got stabbed in the neck though. So certain things, they get involved with, and hey, man, the devil is here. Pay up, man. Quality crab, Zaza.
No one knew she, at just 24 years old, would later be robbed of the rest of her life.
I knew she worked at a Chase bank. I didn't know she worked at that particular one.
Okay,
Ebony Rivera knew Biglevipriest as a customer of her business with an unforgettable grin.
That's something I really do remember about her. I always is the smile.
Biglevipriest was in the lobby of her bank that day when Jawan Westbrooks walked in. He had a rap sheet, history of mental illness, and a knife. Police say Westbrooks'
history of mental illness and a knife. Now that guy is a straight demon, man. He's a straight agent, He's a straight demon. Go out there for Satan collecting soul, which walk under the Most High. So all praise.
Stabbed her in the neck. She died at the hospital 2 days later.
I was startled about it, just because she was just She was such a good person, and again, for that to just randomly happen is just really sad.
On a GoFundMe page set up for her final expenses, loved ones say Biglevipriest was the youngest of her large Vietnamese family. She graduated from the University of Illinois in 2020 and recently moved into a new apartment with her longtime partner.
She was so young, like, she really did have a lot going on for her.
So again, what you're seeing here now is the Mossad. There is a lot of cowboys and cowgirls. They are catching hell out there. You pretty much see it in every video. They are catching a lot of hell. Their children are being murdered. They are being murdered, especially them. Well, anyway, we don't want to go there, but it's a lot of things are happening in there, man.
And it was really just going to get started.
Westbrooks faces first-degree murder charges. Biglevipriest's family and friends face the rest of their lives without her.
She was a really good person, and to just reflect on it, I know everybody else that came in touch with her knew that about her, and you know, I'm praying for the family.
Her family wrote that the money from that GoFundMe will go toward resulting medical expenses and also funeral expenses. But beyond that, they plan to put the money toward grief counseling for her partner and family. Brad.
We give praise, glory to the Most High. Now we know why this happened. All praises.
Well, new tonight, the largest state labor union is moving forward with a tentative agreement regarding the vaccine mandate. Thank you for joining us. I'm Hannah Kim. It impacts more than 40,000 people employed by the state of Washington, and a vote to ratify the agreement could come as soon as Tuesday. Q13 News reporter Jennifer Lee is in the South Sound tonight with mixed reactions.
Monica Lundberg is a state employee at South Seattle College.
I've worked there for 30 years and I really enjoy my job. I support students in achieving their academic goals.
She supports the governor's vaccine mandate for state workers and plans on supporting the tentative agreement reached by her union.
We want people to be vaccinated and create a safe environment so we can all get back to learning in the classroom setting.
The Washington Federation of State Employees represents 47,000 state and public service workers. A spokesperson says the tentative agreement is a win for public health and due process, saying, quote, it puts in place a fair, equitable, and consistent process for members seeking a legitimate exemption to the mandate.
It's the most hardcore mandate in the country, and it surprises me coming out of Washington State because I wasn't really expecting that.
Kristen Giebel, a community corrections officer in Mount Vernon, says she would have taken a weekly test if it was an option.
It seems that medical and religious exemptions are few and far between. And people who interact with the public, it sounds like they're not going to be reasonably accommodated even if they get those exemptions. So that's disappointing.
Giebel is 14 weeks pregnant and says it was a family decision to not get vaccinated.
I'm in a bad position because, you know, come October 18th, I'm going to take the termination, hopefully try and find another job. But
Wow. She's going to be fired because she's pregnant and she doesn't want to take this thing, and they're firing her. Wow, man. Well, you know, and I'm going to take the liberty of saying that you people did something back in the 60s, well, late 70s to be exact. You co-opted our women, okay? And this thing was all about our people, the Black Power movement, and you white women infiltrated our women. You made them about all feminism. You made it seems that, okay, our men were the oppressor. Our men were the one that enslaved them, you know, to hell with black men and stuff. And you guys co-opt them. My body, my choice. I can do, my oven is mine. I can sell my cookie to anybody that I want. In fact, there's a power in this, giving that thing all over the town. It was my body, my choice. And then the whole government support this. You people got a lot of perks. Our women never get any of those law for them, but you white women, you know, you guys got out with a bunch of perks. My body, my choice. I can do whatever I want because it's on my body. Not when it comes to the real thing. You can't say that now, man. You're gonna be terminated because they want you to get this thing. And she said, I can't do this. I'm pregnant. And I would have taken the weekly thing, but I'll take the termination. Thank you. That's what happened. There's a new civil right out there. That's you folks now.
I may be out, health insurance. It sounds like I'm not going to be eligible for unemployment, which is a very big deal.
The union previously filed a lawsuit, but a spokesperson says it wasn't to overturn the vaccine mandate, rather to negotiate the terms in good faith, which also now include an additional leave day and guidelines for employees looking to retire regardless of vaccine status.
I want the state to be open, and I want us to all be safe, and I want to protect the vulnerable, and that means, more people need to get vaccinated.
Yeah, well, your name is Christina anyway, so.
But I do understand the kind of pushback that a mandate has caused.
In Tacoma, Jennifer Lee, Q13 News.
Yeah, you see it, you heard it, and yeah, the whole thing is going on over there. We give the Most High praises and glory. Let us keep on moving.
Cleanup is underway after storms tore through the southwest suburbs.
Glenn Marshall is live in Manuka with a look at the damage. Glenn.
Hey, good morning. We're right in front of Manuka Community High School, where they had to move classes today due to some storm damage that happened yesterday. But take a look at this video that we have from these clouds. Look at this. These clouds are coming through. This is yesterday. After that, the severe thunderstorm produced hail, which caused a lot of damage to the area. Manuka police say there were multiple power lines down, which caused many people to lose power. Trees were down as well. Homes' front yards were lined with tree branches and piles ready to be picked up. Now, the National Weather Service, I should say, plans to survey this area later today to see if it's possible that any tornadoes touch down on Manuka's Community High School. Suffered some damage from the storm, but no students or staff were injured. Now, while driving in, we did see a little bit of debris on the ground here, but as daylight comes, we'll be able to see a little bit more of this storm damage. We'll bring that to you as we see it. But for now, we're live in Manuka. I'm Glenn Marshall, WGN News.
All praises to the Most High, man. The weather is all over. This is plague number 10, okay? Seems it was a tornado. They really don't know what's going on. Was it a tornado? Was it a storm or stuff like that? But that happened in the 8th, so all praises.
Examiner released the name of the 6-year-old West Dallas boy who died of an apparent knife wound. The medical examiner also ruled Hank Brown Rockow's death as homicide. Police late this afternoon announced an adult female is in custody. 12 News' Hannah Hilliard takes us to 73rd and Lapham, where police are trying to piece together what happened.
Check welfare 1578 cell 73, 1578 cell 73. Child fell on a knife with an abdomen wound. Child's not alert.
It's the call that came in just before 3 p.m. Monday and drew this emergency response on South 73rd in West Dallas.
We had a couple police cars sitting in front of the house and one of the cars from the fire department, and just didn't know what was going on.
Police say once there, they found a 6-year-old boy with what they described as a, quote, possible knife wound to his stomach. The child later died at the hospital. At the home of the original call Tuesday, no one answered.
It's tough. My daughter is around the same age, so I can't imagine as a parent what that would feel like.
As West Dallas police continue their investigation, it's the medical examiner calling this a homicide and says the autopsy is now scheduled for Wednesday. Those in the area say they're neighborly, but don't know the family involved very well.
I certainly never heard anything that would indicate that a child was in danger, which, of course, I hope that this really was an accident.
In West Dallas,
it's not an accident. So, and the reason why they didn't know that abuse was going on, those people, most likely they don't look like us. They weren't being under surveillance. You guys weren't spying on them. Something black people are doing this kid. Let me see if your kid is well fed and stuff. And what you're seeing now, brothers, you see a lot of children are being taken out by the mothers, the fathers, and a lot of their parents are being taken out by their children, okay?
Health experts continue to warn people not to take an anti-parasitic drug called ivermectin to treat COVID-19. It is a commonly used drug for a dewormer in horses and livestock. You should advise Amelia Young joins us live from Vanderbilt University Medical Center. And we know the Tennessee Poison Center is based there, Amelia, and they're seeing an increase in calls related to this drug.
That's right, Amy. I mean, in a single week, they had a dozen calls with people calling in about a variety of symptoms they were experiencing after using ivermectin to treat COVID-19. We're told all were experiencing a varying amount of severe symptoms. They've seen people who have been having altered mental states because of this come in for help as well. Now, officials from the Tennessee Poison Center say taking ivermectin used to treat livestock can cause GI upset and neurological symptoms. The FDA and the CDC have
technically what they are telling you, this thing will make you crazy, all right? Tennessee Poison Center sees increase in people using anti-parasitic drug doing yeah. Ivermectin, is that what that is? This thing can make you crazy. That's what they are telling you.
Stated the drug should not be used to treat the virus, and that current data does not show it is effective against COVID-19. Now, if you do need assistance from the Tennessee Poison Center, they have a 24/7 hotline you can call. That number is 1-800-222-12.
This thing is a dewormer in horses, man. Why would the people do this? And the whole thing is just like, it's crazy, man. But we give the Most High praises and glory, man.
Police in Pembroke Pines need your help finding a couple of lingerie thieves. Police say the two women you see in these surveillance photos stole more than $1,800 worth of merchandise from a Victoria's Secret store on Pines Boulevard. This happened back in June. If you recognize the women, you're asked to please contact police.
All right, we don't know them, so yeah. Oh, beloved, there's so much things going on, man. So much, man. You know, oh boy. Horse, man, that's it. Men killed in South LA, laundromat. Let's see if we can pick that one. Tiger King zookeeper found dead in Brooklyn. Okay, let's take this one. Boy, let's see. What do we have here? Drugs offload in Harlot ain't nothing enough. What? Huh. All right. Well, Governor Newsom. September 8th, Biden, Texas voting bill, Mexico. What the hell is it? Oh, 5 story you need to know. The removal of statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee from Richmond, Virginia. What? Really? Oh, okay. That's like some kind of documentary and stuff. Okay. All right, then. Okay. Let's see, what do we have? Okay, I just did this story. Unruly man. Yeah, you're seeing this a lot now. You know, you're seeing this a lot. Yeah. Oh, a lot of things going on. But I got so this is a nice little puppet. Okay, that's good. One sister came with that idea and stuff. Women protest for female representation in Taliban. What? In Taliban's government? I guess. Woman's death in Selma home possibly linked to whatever that is. Let's take that. And we're probably going to close with, let's see. I believe, oh, there you go. Let's close with that COVID things. All right there. So let's pick up that one right here.
More breaking news right now. This time, a deadly shooting investigation is underway at a laundromat in South LA. Our photojournalist Dave Gonzalez is on the scene there. These are live pictures here. Live look at the scene on West 79th Street and Broadway. One person was found dead inside, and a possible suspect has been taken into custody. Again, this is breaking. We have a crew there on the scene, and we hope to bring you the very latest as soon as it becomes available.
The sword, plague number 9. Okay, execution by the sword right here. So we give the Most High praises and glory, man. All right, for any little thing, pow, pow, pow. Crazy
Keeper
things.
from the Netflix series Tiger King was found dead inside an apartment in Brooklyn. Police say they found Eric Cowie unconscious in the bedroom of a
21st, 21 Street. So you know what to say. We know what to do.
Home in East Flatbush last Friday, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Cowie appeared on the Netflix show last year as one of the tiger caretakers at a zoo run by the man who called himself Joe Exotic, his real name, Joseph Maldonado Passage. Maldonado Passage was convicted of attempted murder and violating the Endangered Species Act. Cowie testified against him at the trial. An autopsy will determine what caused Cowie's death.
Okay, so he testified against that man. Now they find him dead. We give praises and glory to the Most High, man. All praises.
We have breaking news out of the San Fernando Valley this morning where a woman was found dead inside of a home.
And investigators are trying to find out if this could be connected to a pursuit in Hollywood that happened last night. CBS 2's Kara Finstrom is live in Sylmar with the breaking details for us. Kara, good morning.
Good morning, DeMarco. Police telling us that it appears a mother in her 30s was killed here. They are continuing to look into this. Behind us, you can see everything is sealed off. They're working to confirm this woman's identity, but do say her death is suspicious. Paramedics called out, but they were unable to save her life. Let's get right to a look at the response here overnight. Family members, extended family members who've been out here tell us the woman and her husband, the father of her 3 children, had separated, that the children were with him and returning from a trip out of town when they discovered her. They believe that she had been with a boyfriend at the home. Investigators here have not released any information about a possible suspect or the cause of death, only saying it does not appear that any shots were fired. They also talked about what may be one other important piece of evidence.
There's a vehicle that is missing from the home. We have not determined if that is connected, but that's all I have at this time.
Yeah, so they are finding
The
people
detective also
dead now.
confirmed they're looking into whether a pursuit in Hollywood that ended overnight with a crash might be connected. It involved a stolen car, which was later found abandoned in Hollywood. That suspect got away, remains on the loose. One person was hurt when the car crashed and is being treated at the hospital. Back here live, they have not released any description of the car involved here that may be missing. Also, whether those car descriptions match up. So we're hoping to get some more information later this morning on.
There you go. They all keep finding people dying. So this woman probably had a job, and she won't be able to go back to it. She had a life. She's no more.
Delta surging. Hospitals around the country being pushed to the limit. The U.S. now surpassing 40 million COVID cases during the pandemic.
Wow.
And more than 252,000 pediatric cases reported just last week. That is the highest weekly total yet. And children...
40 million, 40 acre, 40 days fasting, you know. This is very symbolic here, man. 40 millions.
Hospital admissions are on the rise as well. At their highest point on average, about 365 children being admitted to the hospital each day.
More states are now calling on military personnel.
Like one person a day, one child a day.
For help, including Idaho, where health authorities have officially declared a crisis. Kaylee Hartung is in Boise with the latest. Good morning, Kaylee.
Hey, good morning, Michael. As cases skyrocket in Idaho, some hospitals are running out of beds and even more are running out of staff. That has led them to turn to what officials are now calling the last resort, rationing health care.
This morning, as millions of children start the school year, the U.S. setting an alarming new record. More than 252,000 children diagnosed with COVID last week, the highest number of pediatric cases since the pandemic began.
We're calling this the fourth wave, but it has certainly been by far the most impactful surge, really hitting at children and adolescents.
In Texas, where the number of children hospitalized with COVID hit an all-time high over the weekend, 11-year-old Levi Quartucci tested positive a few days after going back.
Okay, this kid name is Levi, so. All right, then. All praises to the Most High. That kid name is Levi, so you know the Most High is already in the midst here.
Back to school, then spent 4 days in a hospital bed.
That just felt horrible throughout the whole time.
He's now recovering after fighting for his life.
I would say to take it seriously and to protect yourselves from what can be a really, really dangerous and awful disease.
Hospitals across the country are now calling for help, and the Department of Defense is answering, sending military medics to support Alabama, Arkansas, and Idaho.
This is a war. So, you know what that means? Your National Guard, your military men and women, those you were making, you are having for Jacob's trouble. Now they are too busy taking care of your own, your 11-year-old boy, your children and stuff. They are not here preparing Jacob's trouble. They can't, You know, we're going to see. Are you going to bring Jacob's trouble, or are you going to try to save yourself and your blessing?
Against COVID. It is not over. We are very much in the middle of the battle.
You're not even in the beginning of this battle. Listen.
Military medics to support Alabama, Arkansas, and Idaho.
This is a war against COVID. It is not over. We are very much in the middle of the battle.
Idaho's governor calls it an unprecedented point in the state's history. The health department now activating crisis standards of care for at least 10 hospitals, warning residents they could face long wait times.
When we get short on certain supplies, oxygen or ventilator equipment or what have you, that may require us to make some tough decisions about who gets what when.
Doctors say this time around the surge feels and looks different.
We don't have to have these patients in our ICUs. Every single patient that I've seen in the intensive care unit has been unvaccinated, and they're also younger.
That was the case for 31-year-old TikToker Alexandra Blankenbiller in Florida. She wanted to do more research before getting the vaccine.
I don't have a lot of energy for talking, so I'm going to try to make this quick.
But she was too late. Blankenbiller losing her battle to the virus just days later. In this final video posted on her TikTok, the influencer encouraging her followers to get the shot.
Don't wait. Go get it. Because hopefully, if you get it, then you won't end up in the hospital like me.
All praises.
And the CDC has released 2 new studies finding that since the Delta variant has become predominant, these COVID-19 cases in children and adolescents have been increasing in number, but not in severity. So that means, based on what we know right now, a child is not more likely to get severely ill or die from Delta, but we are seeing these increases in hospitalizations because of the sheer number of kids who are
All praises to the Most High, man. Let me upload this. Now, beloved brothers and sisters, you saw and you understand how the Most High is moving, okay? The earthquakes, literally, beloved, you saw plague number 10. You literally saw thunder voices and destroying earthquakes, all right? So, yeah, the Most High is in the midst, beloved. We have to keep on praying and fasting. We have to keep repenting, okay? We have to do the work of the Most High. Fast. Pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever.